Rangers and Celtic are now locked in a bitter off-field battle after the fallout from the explosive Old Firm Scottish Cup clash at Ibrox, and the financial dispute could become one of the biggest controversies Scottish football has seen in years. Let's break this down. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. According to reports, Rangers have slapped Celtic with a staggering seven-figure bill following the chaotic scenes that erupted after Celtic's dramatic penalty shootout victory back in March. Hundreds of away supporters flooded onto the pitch at full time, sparking scenes of disorder that allegedly left major damage throughout Ibrox Stadium. The biggest issue centers around the destruction of the stadium's high-tech LED advertising boards, with Rangers believing the total repair and replacement costs could exceed a jaw-dropping £1 million. And now, tensions between the two Glasgow giants have escalated even further because Celtic have reportedly refused to pay the full amount demanded. Instead, Celtic are understood to have pointed Rangers towards Scottish FA regulations that they believe cap liability payments at just £50,000. Rangers, however, strongly disagree and believe the rulebook allows them to recover far more than that due to the scale of the destruction caused by the away support. That disagreement has now dragged the Scottish FA directly into the middle of the situation, with discussions already underway at Hampden as both clubs continue to argue their case. The dispute has become even more heated after Rangers reportedly withheld a six-figure payment owed to Celtic from ticket revenue generated during the cup tie. Under Scottish Cup rules, Celtic sold around 7,500 tickets for the Broom Loan stand, and both clubs are entitled to split the income. But Rangers are refusing to release the money while the damage compensation row remains unresolved. At the centre of the argument are conflicting Scottish FA rules. Rangers are relying heavily on Rule 24.2, which states that any club whose supporters are responsible for damage inside a stadium can be held liable for all repair costs incurred by the venue owner. Rangers believe that wording clearly supports their claim for compensation far beyond the £50,000 figure Celtic are citing. Celtic, meanwhile, are leaning on Rule 24.7, which specifically states that compensation linked to supporter misconduct cannot exceed £50,000, excluding VAT. They've also referenced Rule 33.5, which outlines that all payments due between clubs should be settled within 5 working days. The entire situation threatens to become a major legal and political headache for Scottish football authorities, especially given the already toxic atmosphere surrounding the fixture. And this isn't the first time Rangers have publicly criticised the behaviour of sections of the Celtic support following that match. The club previously condemned damage to seats in the Broom Loan stand and also hit out at offensive graffiti referencing the victims of the Ibrox disaster, an incident that caused outrage among Rangers supporters. Because of the severity of everything that unfolded, the Scottish FA appointed independent investigator Mark Blackburn to oversee a full review into the events surrounding the matchday chaos. That investigation is examining everything from crowd control and stadium security to decisions made before, during, and after the game, all with the aim of preventing similar scenes in future high-risk Old Firm clashes. Now though, the focus has shifted toward the potentially enormous financial consequences. If Rangers succeed in forcing Celtic to pay anything close to the full amount being claimed, it could set a massive precedent for Scottish football moving forward. But if the SFA sides with Celtic and enforces the £50,000 cap, Rangers may be left facing a repair bill worth hundreds of thousands or even millions themselves. Either way, this Old Firm fallout is far from over.